Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Laris Jungle Gate, blue team, 24, as an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee, but can get specialized ranged weapons. Alongside, Zorander, as a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Rounding off the blue team, Sparkky, as a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, super versatility who can tank, disrupt and support. This is the Dark Angels DLC scheme. On the red team, oLev as a Farseer support hero fighting in melee with some powerful buffs and control. Guide thrown up on the Guardians there, they can shoot some scouts. And alongside, two Chaos Lords. This is not Konrad, so don't try and tell me that Konrad is playing. Thousand Suns elite scheme. And PickPacker with the Black Legion. These guys are destructive and durable heroes that walk through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption fighting in melee. Wait, is it the Thousand Suns elite scheme? It may just be the Thousand Suns scheme. On the east side, double Sentinels of 24 may leave them a little bit light very early on because they don't have that second Guardsman squad here. Hammer of the Witches on the Chaos Lord's face. PickPacker gets more heretics up. They're almost on the front line. Those Guardsmen go for the garrison. And looks like these CSM are going to drop a model pretty soon. Yep, down goes one Chaos Space Marine. Heretics Doom Blast the Inquisitor just to slow her down with suppression. Sentinel, oh, double Sentinels here now. They can really frustrate those melee heretics. There's some Pawn Worship for plus 1.75 speed these days. Heretics are chased off. Inquisitor getting, yeah, a fair chunk of XP here, but does have to run. Chaos Lords can try and chase back these Sentinels. Not going to work out too great. On the west side, Eldar have pushed through. I don't think Sparkky lost a Marine, though. I was watching the roster down there. I think they just dropped a scout model, yeah. You see him over there, poor fella. Banshees get the decap on the power, maybe. In the mid. Contested power got noded, so they're trying to take it. Chaos Lord taking a wreck point. Some more Guardians coming out of base there. Zorander with Rangers on the way. 24 did get some more Guardsmen for repair support. And General Lasgun shenanigans. oLev with Guardian Weapon Team on the western resource lane. It's quite narrow here. A setup team can do a lot of work for you. Sparkky with Devastators. Force Commander getting very low. Goes down. Guide up on those Guardians again, I think. Devastators should be able to hold them off now. And that was Zorander coming to rotate and help. Looks like the Warlock can come and revive, even if the others aren't needed. Devastators moving up a bit. Those guys don't have grenades, so they're not really threatened. They could run the Guardians, and they probably should have run the Guardians into melee there. But I think they were trying to focus down the Tactical Marines. They're trying to get a model Force Commander back to his feet. Warlock getting the XP for the revive. The Banshees, yeah, they did make it out. No mark yet. East side. Gonna turn blue in a second, looks like. And there is the Combi Flamer. To those Guardsmen who'll have to think twice about going into the garrison again. Can help also damage the Sentinels from long range. The poor Chaos Lord, though. Fella's too big to get into cover. So he's taken a lot of hits from those double Sentinels. Here comes another Chaos Lord, though. If there wasn't enough Chaos on this side, there's another Combi Flamer, too. Turns blue. Zorander are being held back in the mid by Havocs with a Heavy Bolter. Speaking of Heavy Bolters, Devastator is showing up now. Rangers getting shots in. 2-1 cap for the blue team. Leaping in is the Warlock. Those guys retreating. Heretics going to need to run too. They can get onto the VP. East side. Something just got knocked over. Oh, that was a spotter shell, probably, from the mortar. That's off map somewhere. Now that low rumble of the Combi Flamer tearing through the Guardsmen. CSM moving up as well, trying to put pressure on the Sentinels. PickPacker did get some more Chaos Space Marines up. No Eternal War that I can see. Grenade Launcher Heretics and regular melee Heretics. Not Konrad. No upgrades for theirs. I hear Banshees war shouting in the mid here. Looks like Battle Cry is active because I see a bunch of yellow buff circles. Yep. And there's that special attack from the Force Commander. Doom thrown up on the Assault Squad here. Banshees, though, wipe. The Banshees wipe. I wonder if they'll replace now that they're having to deal with an Assault Squad. And since they have Doombringer, most likely they're not going to want to get the Gravity Blade in Tier 2 very quickly. So we may just see those Howling Banshees replaced. Yep, Banshees on the way. Just need to be more careful with them. Kept them in play too long there. Chaos Lord runs. Another Chaos Lord, though, with some fire going on. And the Harness of Rage. Raptors on the way for Konrad. They will be supported by the Harness of Rage. Not often you put support and Chaos Lord in the same sentence, but it is a nice thing to be able to give energy to your Raptors so they can jump around a bit more. If they're close enough anyway. Rangers on the east side helping out. West side turning bluish. Oh. Guardian Weapon Team power bashing here. Force Commander's not happy. There's his melee charge. Gets in there. Don't think he can get a model, but there's Assault Squad in retreat path. Retreating units taking 30% more damage from melee attacks. Are they going to bother? No, they want to decap here. East side. Is it going to be a 2v2 fight? Kind of, maybe. If Konrad can hang out until PickPacker comes back. Chaos Lord may not be able to, though. Aid to Hammer of the Witch is there, and now a bunch of ranged firepower going in, but they do get away. Chaos Lord gets away. Grenade Launcher Barrage may have saved him. Raptors jumping in with that suppressive cacophony effect. Scares them off. Chaos can push on the VP and turn it red, most likely. Maybe even get a power bash going in the southeast here. The Sentinels will still be here to harass, of course. Need that repair support. Warlock, do you have Immolator? Nope. Immolator might be good on these Grenade Launcher Heretics that are standing around doing some good work. Especially when they all blob up with the CSM and stuff. Can still hit them with a Destructor, I suppose. There's that leap into combat, gets onto the CSM. Chaos Lord lying in wait. There's some Corn Worship. Only affecting Konrad's units, of course. But now they're both Corn Worshipping. Who can worship the hardest? 495 to 385 on the VPs. 2-1 for red now. Tier 2 for PickPacker. Tier 2 also for Zorander and Sparkky. 24 and oLev already there. Konrad, the last player in Tier 1, and they are floating. Sentinel Stomp for the Chaos Lord, was that, or was that Hammer of the Witches? Inquisitor's got herself a Servo Skull, so she can see stuff better. Or Spec Scan can also reveal part of the map, which is handy for Manticores, or if you want to maybe call in some Stormtroopers. And whenever she hits something in ranged combat, it gets revealed for a bit. And now she's getting a crossbow bolt pistol, so that's going to synergize with that also. Crippling volley is pretty great against the Raptors and the Chaos Lords themselves. Raptors getting in there, messing up some Guardians. Was maybe trying to look for a grenade, but they were being knocked around a bit. There's some chaotic fire and double missile launcher Sentinels. They're both kind of low, need some repairs, but it doesn't seem to be too bothered at the moment. 24. Handling them very well so far. There's the crippling volley. Had some fire in there as well, did they? Was there a Hellfury in there? I don't think so. Not sure what I saw. I see things. 445 to 385. Missiles doing the job. They can get back onto the eastern VP now. West side. Farseer levels to 2. Does indeed have Howling Banshees with Aspect of Fleetness. And here comes the Banshee Exarch. So they can jump over stuff now with Aspect of Fleetness. And the Exarch, you see her there with Mirror Power Swords, which is over 50 power melee just on her. Add the other models in, I think it adds up to maybe like 130, 140 power melee DPS for the whole squad. Something like that. Fire Dragons are up. They have their Dragon Scale Armor. Knockback immunity. Oh, well, weapon knockback anyway. They have their Exarch in there too with his big fire pike weapon thing. Not sure exactly how that differs to a fusion gun, but it looks impressive, and he can change to a flamer. A fancy flamer. I'm not sure what Eldar call their flamers. Some weird Eldar name from them, I'm sure. Rangers looking for a shot, are they? No, they're backing off. Inquisitor in heavy cover, but the grenade launchers don't care about cover, I don't think. 434 to 365. The west side looking looking very red. Well played, oLev gets a decap on that power down there. Raptors getting crippling volleyed and now blasted to absolute smithereens. Somehow got away with 3 models there. They do have their aspiring champion in play. Heretics getting into a bad spot. What are they doing? Were they trying to melee the Rangers or something? CSM getting messed up as well. Had to leave. And they have the Mark of Zinch. That may be just to try and deal with these Sentinels. You wouldn't expect it to be purchased against Guardsmen and Light Infantry Eldar. Ouch. That was a really good fight for the blue team. They dealt with the Raptors very quickly, blasted everything else, and got some kills. Assault squad here getting their melter bomb. Oh, there's a Falcon, that's why. No sign of a las cannon here. They can switch to a las cannon these days, even if they have the advanced targeting, I believe. Tax, no sign of a missile launcher either. Autark dropped in by Zorander to tie up those enemy. Eldar takes down the Farseer. Librarian up as well, helping to get stuck into these Banshees. Banshees are reinforcing off the Falcon, but they need to be careful. Can't reinforce instantly. Did they keep them in play too long? I think they did. I think they did. oLev with a mistake. Gonna lose the Falcon as well now. That was a really long way to push the Falcon up there. Bad fight for oLev in the end after they did so well on the western edge. Here's Konrad showing up now. Level 2 Sentinels packing a punch with those missiles, eh? Those are the frag missiles they're using, that little volley of 3, which is anti-infantry. They can fire crack missiles as well for vehicles and large targets, but look at those frag missiles doing work, eh? Plague Marines on the field for PickPacker now. Yeah, missiles, really bad news for those ranged blobs over there. Can the Marquezine CSM move forward onto the Sentinels? They can, but then they get crippling volleyed, so they can't chase. They got one really low there very quickly. Plague Marines also helping out, of course. Snaring on hit. Grenade launcher barrage piled in there as well. Inquisitor now trying to tie things up. Grenade. And an ethereal slash. Warlock just obliterated a bunch of heretics there. Almost level 3, this guy. Chaos with their nasty brute force attack with upfront damage, but couldn't sustain it. The double Sentinels proving to be a massive pain in the arse, and now we have double Plasma Guardsmen too. 434 to 293. Dreadnoughts taking crack missile hits. Quite a lot of them, actually. Let's be careful there, big fella. There's some Khorne worship to help it escape. Such a massive deal being able to Khorne worship your vehicles, eh? Mobility is often what gets a vehicle destroyed. Devastators on the way now for Sparkky. Replacing the Devastators they lost, I suppose. They have Veil of Time maybe to throw on them. Assault squad without their sergeant at the moment. Which is fine, there's no Banshees to fight. They're going to kill Guardians and stuff just fine without the sergeant. Big push here by the blue team. Can they sustain? They got the decap. Chaos Lord here leveling to 2. This is not Konrad. I don't know who it is. I don't know who Konrad is. But it's not this fella. Getting cam off the witches and a bunch of plasma gun shots. Killed a weak. Hit something, but still needs to flee. Warlock fell over. Raptors barely making it out of there. Fire Dragon's doing a lot of work, it feels like, from Zorander. Where's the Autark, though? Oh, she's right there, dumbass. Has a fusion gun of her own, providing that damage resistance aura, 15% I believe it is. I keep forgetting if it's only ranged damage or not. Grenade chucked in, didn't really hit much. Inquisitor revives the Warlock, level 3 now. What was that heal? That was the Autark healing with a leap. Dreadnought again getting quite low. Still the double Sentinels in play, eh? Assault squad getting quite low as well. Big push there though. They're starting to creep up the west side as well, the blue team, but I see oLev pushing, I think. And red team have the eastern VP with Mark of Khorne, Havoc's hanging out with an autocannon. Here's oLev's push. Our Devastator's doing their thing. There's a smite from the Librarian. Anything else for the Farseer? She does have Spirit Stones. Oh, and a Seer Council. That's going to be a big help. A squad of Warlocks with power weapons and a ranged damage resistance aura that they themselves benefit from. And I assume it stacks with a Autarch if oLev can drop one in. But they may be looking for Avatar. Or perhaps a Fire Prism. It's not a bad map for tanks, actually. Especially if you keep them on the mid. Because there's quite a lot of space here. Are they going to come and try and take back the west side? Sparkky. So the council will meet the battle soon. Devastators can suppress them, of course. There's the Veil of Time on them. What is this? Oh, you guys are already bashing power. Scouts leveling to 2. Raptors giving chase. They have lost their aspiring champion, though. There's a jump. Seer Council getting in, already wiping out the Devastators. So much damage those guys can put out. Oh, did they wipe the Devastators? Oh, they did. The roster just took its time to update there. How are these Sentinels doing? They're okay. Dreadnought getting huge amounts of damage. Double crack. Missiles, the Autarch, and the Fire Dragons. Down it goes. Maybe it's worth getting more Havocs on this side, you know. Try and stifle this Eldar movement a bit. Keep them with a heavy bolter, maybe. Because that will also threaten the Sentinels a lot. There is the autocannon. Can't hit the Warlock, though. Warlock's getting incredibly low. So are those CSM. But they're all right. Inquisitor is down in that push. Oh, Warlock, sorry. Seer Council show up with the Farseer. Level 3 she is. Did you just wipe the Rangers? No, they got away. Wow. That was an awesome sync kill from the Farseer. Flung them miles. Terminators. Chaos Terminators coming in for PickPacker. Konrad hitting the tier 3. Zorander. We're going to see a D-cannon. The first time I'm seeing a D-cannon since 2992, when they apparently updated, or rather reverted, the shot XP back to how it was with the upfront damage and stuff. We'll see if that's the case. I'm looking forward to the big lightning arc coming back. We have a Terminator Force Commander now from Sparkky. Avatar is indeed on the way for oLev. Where's that D-cannon? It's going east side. I want to see those big D-cannon hits. Force Commander using the Power Fist. Takes down the Chaos Lord. Got a pretty good Storm Bolter as well, like 40 DPS or so, I think. It's almost an entire three tack squad in his arm. D-cannon. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. So glad to have it back. Been so many years. So many years since the D-cannon was made into a damage of a time weapon. But now it's back in its full glory. Stormlord on the way for 24. Predator tank on the way for Sparkky. The Avatar still coming. I'm not sure what Konrad's plan is here. Great Unclean One maybe is the plan. Or maybe they're still deciding. What about the Chaos Lord himself? Level 3. Harness of Rage, and there's Armor of the Inferno for PickPacker, and there's that Galaxy Burn. Couple of decent hits there. 389 to 258 on the VPs, 1-1. Red team are maybe going to grab the east side here. What are those tacks still doing in play? They're going to wipe. I assume Sparkky tried to retreat them at some point, thought they did, and took his eyes off them. Maybe as they were getting knocked down by the Let the Galaxy Burn, because that can sometimes mess with retreat commands going in. Oh, one of the Sentinels went down at some point. I don't know where. But here's a tank now. doing all tank things. Seer Council will do huge amounts of damage to a Sentinel if they can catch it. But nope. Stormlord says no. Stormlord says leave the Sentinel alone, please. This thing with a Vulcan Mega Bolter on the front, a bunch of heavy bolters and a couple of las cannons can also reinforce off this thing. It's the kind of anti-infantry focused super heavy tank with some support baked in with the reinforcement too. Chaos Terminators have taken a bunch of damage. May want to run back and heal that off because they're quite expensive to reinforce Terminators. Havocs for Konrad. Oh, they went for a Land Raider Phobos. Maybe... No, they wouldn't have... I was going to say maybe it's a response to the Stormlord, but they only just saw it. Perhaps it's just a response to Imperial Guard vehicles in general that they thought would come in, so that's going to do some good damage to the Stormlord. The Avatar in play, providing big buffs to nearby infantry, including suppression immunity, taking a bunch of damage though from the Stormlord. Or maybe not, the Stormlord shooting at a D-cannon. The Stormlord with Inferno PvP damage will do a lot of damage to an Avatar. See the damage, their health is just bleeding off that thing. Avatars do not like Inferno damage. 372-254. 24 over on the west side now, I should say. There's Purgatus doing some good work. Avatar with the Wailing Doom. Rocket Run thrown in too. Oh, that's horrible for oLev. That's a lot of pain for oLev. I think a bunch of that stuff survived though. I think maybe he only lost a single guardsman squad there. Huge damage on the Avatar from the Stormlord. I think it's worth just sending the Avatar to the east side because the Stormlord is going to be so painful for it. Oh, we have another Avatar. This is Zorander's. Leman Russ on the wave now for 24. Inquisitor runs. Level 5. East side turning blue now. 100 or so VPs in it, about 90 or so, I guess. That's kind of getting some good shots here. There's Malignant Blindness from one of the Chaos Lords. And Assault Terminators are in. Unique to the Force Commander, they start with these Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields, so they're incredibly tough and have anti-everything damage. Chaos Lord in play now with Lightning Claws and the Icon of Khorne, which was buffed recently. Now 2.5% health per hit, which is pretty big, especially with fast attacking Lightning Claws. Am I hearing a storm or something? No, I don't know what I heard. Terminator Force Commander almost died. Assault Terminators got messed up quite a lot too. They had to teleport out. And look at the heal on the Chaos Lord from the Icon of Khorne. Oh hey, they double? Oh. PickPacker has Lightning Claws as well. No Icon of Khorne yet. This guy runs into a whole bunch of trouble. Getting hits on Guardsman though. Phobos trying to chase down the Stormlord with Avatar support. Chaos Lord falls over. Eldritch Storm does hit the Stormlord and down it goes. Now the Phobos turns his attention to this Leman Russ. Leman Russ is going to get Vanquisher though, yeah, so it's no pushover at all. And the Phobos get it down though. Did some good damage, but now needs to back off. 342-206, east side is blue, D-cannon. Can we see you shoot? Oh, they can't see it. They can't see those Terminators, I think. Oh, what are they doing? There's that demoralization effect on kill. I guess Zorander wasn't paying attention over there, just trying to bring them to the mid. What is this? Oh, Singularity. Right. That was one of oLev's, I suppose, was it? 342-175. Chaos Lord of Konrad, or not Konrad, I'm sorry. It's definitely not Konrad. Level 4. Avatar doing some Wrath of Cain stuff. Oh. D-Cannon gets grenaded to death. That's the one that the Chaos Terminators are shooting, I think, is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, they've now pushed up to cap. Konrad calls in some Chaos Terminators of his own. Seer Council and the Lightning Claw Chaos Lord doing a bunch of damage to the Avatar. Eldritch Storm coming in. Does it stop the cap? It does stop the cap. Didn't quite wipe those Guardians, but they got very, very close to wiping. Can they kill this Avatar? Terminator's using their teleport offensively, less dangerous. Trying to get some power fist hits on the Leman Russ. Seer Council getting messed up now. That was Purgatus. And the Warlock coming in to show them what's going on. Get out of here. They did make it, I think. Yes, still 2 models there. Avatar's very low. Should maybe keep moving. Leman Russ survived. Where's the Phobos? Did the Phobos survive? I don't think it did. Yeah, that was Konrad. Oh, it's right there. You dumb. Very low health. Havocs need to flee. There we go. Some crippling volley. Oh, I didn't hit the Chaos Lord though. 3-4-2 to 1-1-4. Triple D cannons for oLev. 1 in the mid. 1 also in the mid. Yep, they're all in the middle. May want to avoid the middle, blue team. Triple D cannons over there. This Avatar needs to heal up. Zorander floating huge amounts of resources. Just doesn't really have the population to maybe get something fun. It might be worth throwing the Guardians away, but they are level 4 with grenades and stuff. Just to free up some population. Doesn't seem like he wants to do that. Oh, Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators for Konrad. Sorry, not Konrad. Who is it? Someone else. Dark Halo on the way. Chaos Lord goes down though. These Terminators are really deep now. Did they teleport in? Gartus stuns them. Inquisitor can just be an absolute nightmare for Terminators. With all of her stuns and snares and things. Single Chaos Terminator left. I don't think they're going to make it. Does not make it. Was super hyper aggressive there. Which I suppose is what a Chaos Lord would do. East side is now turning red again, looks like. Not sure who that is. It's one of the heroes. D-cannon things going on. I love it. Huge range, of course. Massive, insane range. Singularity. They still need vision, of course, to be able to hit this stuff back here. Seer Council run. Why are they running? Rocket run from 24 doesn't quite wipe out the D cannons though. Still 3 of them back there. 24 with another Leman Russ coming up. Oh, it was the Farseer trying to get the VP and they couldn't quite manage it. Librarian hanging out here. Level 4 Librarian. Over 1,400 hit points actually. Chaos Lord shows up. Tries to get the revive. Force Barrier says no. Now the Librarian's on the cap. Terminators through the mid. Raptors don't want to fight them, I don't think. Or maybe they want to try. It's not a good fight for them. The Terminators just have too much hit points. And most of those Raptors are doing regular melee attacks, which they will be resistant to with their super heavy infantry armor. Both the Avatars are still alive. Las Cannon there doing some work, maybe. All the D cannons doing their things. East side is blue. Konrad looking depleted at the moment. The Terminator Force Commander, still no war gear for this fella. Still got the Assault Terminators. I think they got a new portrait, these guys. Does look slightly different. Not massively different, but it is different. Avatar of oLev. Cracking on the Terminator Force One, and here comes the Seer Council. Seer Council will do a lot of damage to Assault Terminators with their hammers. Especially with the Chaos Lord helping out. Gets them off the VP. Eldar pushing though. Trying to keep the pressure up so they can't break out and get somewhere else dangerous, I suppose. 2-1 for blue. Red team's VP is getting incredibly low here. Not Konrad getting a Chaos Predator. Seer Council doing awesome work through the mid, but do they have the support? The cannons are a bit far back right now. They're trying to fight Leman Russes, which isn't the best spot for them to be in. Might need to run, fellas, or they stayed in play too long. I think they're going to wipe. Why did I say they were doing well? I don't know why they went after Lehman Russes. I guess maybe they're just running out of time anyway. 3-4-2 to 10 on the VPs. Blue army's looking big and fat. Konrad's not so much. GG, they say. Here's the chaos spread from not Konrad. Avatar made it out. Both the avatars survived, and there's the game. Had a level 8 Inquisitor. Great play, actually, all round from 24. Used their hero very well. Purgatus and his crossbow bolt pistol, crippling volleys, really messed up the Chaos Lord's approaches, which kind of set the scene for the game. They lost a lot trying to approach and be aggressive through the mid, didn't they? Level 6 Warlock with Providence at the end, and that Witchblade of Kurnus. We had a Terminator Force Commander, of course. Level 6 Farseer. If those Banshees stuck around, maybe they would have been way more dangerous. Chaos Lord, level 6. Opted for the Dark Halo rather than the Icon of Khorne. I mean, they did have Harness of Rage already. And wait, I thought you already have Lightning Claws. This is some weird visual bug. But PickPacker's Chaos Lord level 3. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll see you next time.